From the creator of Moors Aren't Black, They Slave the Blacks, today I bring you the black e1b1a diaspora were not the real Jews, never were the real Jews. As a matter of fact, why do they want to be the real Jews? Now, in our Moor series, we explained how Cherry Fard and Ali were giving us Masonic fake history the same time Europe was getting their young Turk, young Ireland, young German fake pseudo-nationalist history when the globalists were putting us in different spaces and trying to set up the next wave of world wars. They gave everybody a fake history, from Armenian nationalism to Pharaonism in Egypt, Wahhabism and fake Arabic history and pride for those people. Now, the e1b1a diaspora got a lot of that nonsense, and they got some things that really made it seem legit for them. They said they were the lost Hebrews, which is mythological and not even a real historical fact for theologians now. They said that it's the 400-year curse. That's why we're slaves, which doesn't make any sense because for 3,500 years they've been slaves to Semites, from Hyksos to Assyrians to Babylonians, okay? They said things like Ethiopians had the first Bible, so blacks are the real Jews. Ethiopians are not the same as West Africans. They are e1b1b, admixed with Caucasians and Neanderthals since 1000 BC. The West African, Sub-Saharan African, as they call them now, but it was Ramses III was e1b1a, and a lot of North African, even in the Horn of Africa, was e1b1a, with the Modaman discoveries in 2500 BC, before the nomadic Semitic people came down from the Yanaya expansions. Those people were e1b1a also. And they still have some to this day, but they're the minority, they're weak, they're in the lower castes. There were different times where there was a different arrangement to that, okay? And these people think that all skin folk are kinfolk somehow, but they're not. You're not an Aboriginal, which is 6% Denisovan, 4% Neanderthal. A West African has none of that fucking ancient man admixture. And when they do say some of us, 20% of us might have ghost DNA, that's different than the Neanderthal and Denisovan DNA you can track to Eurasia. Okay, Polynesians have that. Dravidian Indians have that. People in the Australia Aboriginal region have that. You don't have that. Okay, so that's a way to track who we really are. And all melanation does not mean you're the same people. You can't just say everybody's black. You sit around saying you're some kind of Hindu king from fucking 3,000 years ago or whatever. You don't. So we don't need to say we're Jews because maybe some of the Jews, a sub-branch of Jews, Ethiopians, were dark. They slaved us. The same way the Himyarites slaved us, the Hyksos, the Assyrians, and the Babylonians slaved us. So there's a lot of misconceptions. In this book here, Chosen People from the Caucasus, I don't agree with everything in it, but this white Ashkenazi Sephardic Jew talks about the Jewish origins, delusions, deceptions, and the historical role in the slave trade. Also, genocide and cultural colonization, which if you think about Abraham, his culture doesn't match West African culture. Patriarchal versus maternal clans. He's a Semitic nomad, which doesn't even match us. He's a sister wife marrying, infiltrating. He's selling his wife to kings and infiltrating royal houses, trying to get cattle and men. That does not match West African culture then or now. You understand? And what we want to appropriate comes from that false identity they gave us at a time when we couldn't even read or just started to learn how to read after slavery. Okay? We don't need to be in that group. And I don't get why you take that pride. If you have a reason, tell me in the comments. Because if you ever actually read the Bible, you should actually be disgusted by those people, not want to be those people. Okay? And we're going to do a 10-part series on this, broken up in 3 minutes, like the Moore series.